It's crab. It's crawfish. Fish season.
So we're going to show you how to make a dish that features that perfectly. So for that, you're going to need flour, chicken, Monterey Jack cheese, pepper jack cheese, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, crawfish, orange bell peppers, chives, onions, rice, potatoes, green beans, half and half garlic, and for our seasonings, we're going to need crab, crawfish, and shrimp boil. Paprika, Old Bay seasonings, garlic and herb spreadable cheese, Cajun seasoning, Creole seasoning, butter, and salt and pepper to taste. That's a lot of stuff to say. So let's get started. Okay, so to start off with our chicken, we're going to make a little pocket. That way we can stuff our cheeses in there. And you want to do that carefully so that way you don't poke holes on the top or the bottom. So just be very gentle and have a very good knife, sharp one, to do this. Alright guys, so I went ahead and made my little pocket, and this is what it should look like inside. I don't know if you can see that, but
looks like a fish trying to bite my camera. Except it's a chicken.
And make sure you use forks because that's going to help you guide your way down with your knife, and it's going to create a perfect pocket that way, because without it I don't think I would have been able to do that. So you want to use these. Alright, so we're going to add our cream cheese mixture to our chicken first. So you want to kind of lay that in there and then push down. Add the rest of your cream cheese mixture. And then from there, we're going to massage down to make sure it gets all the way through. And we're going to check that. And it looks like it made it. And if not, you can always use your spoon to make sure it gets all in there. And then next we're going to add our cheeses. Alright, so now that we added the cream cheese mixture to our chicken, we're going to add our shredded cheese, our pepper jack and Monterey Jack. And I don't have exact measurements on how much cheese I'm using. I'm just doing it how much I like, so it's up to your preference on how much you'd like to use. So we're just going to put that there and then work our way down. So just kind of push that in, and you'll know if you need to add more or less. Okay guys, so now that we're done stuffing our chicken, we're going to just coat it with some flour so it gets a light coating, and then we're going to transfer it to our pan to cook it. Alright, so I am done coating our chicken, and now we're going to cook that in our pan. Alright, so now we're going to put our chicken to our pan. guys, so now we're going to start on our green bean mixture. So we're going to start first with our potatoes, and we're going to cook those a little bit, and then kind of get them sauteed, and then add our onions. Now is the time to flip our chicken, depending on how big your chicken is. Okay, so I have been cooking my potatoes for about 5 to 6 minutes, and now we're going to add our onions. Okay guys, so now that our onions are in our pan, we're going to saute those a little bit, and then we'll add our green beans and garlic. We just want to get these onions a little bit soft. Alright, so now that I got my onions soft, we're going to add our green beans. And if you like your green beans more soft, then I would suggest you to add your green beans with the onion. I kind of like mine a little crunch, a little bite, so that's just my suggestion there. And from here, we're going to add our Cajun seasoning. And after you add your Cajun seasoning, you're just going to mix well and until everything's well coated. Alright guys, so I already sauteed my green beans, and then I added my garlic and I mixed well. And now we're going to cover those and we're going to start on our sauce. Alright guys, so I added some oil to my pan. Now we're going to start with our vegetables. So add your green peppers, and your red, and our orange, doesn't that look so pretty?
Oh yeah, really does.
And our celery. And one more thing, our onion. And then we're going to mix it all up and saute those until they're soft. So this recipe, the sauce recipe, is just something that I kind of like winged and put it together in my head, and I made it the first time for my dad and my sister, and I had added it on top of tilapia. And apparently my sister had taken some of her leftovers to work the next day, and one of her coworkers had tasted some of it and said it was one of the best sauces she's tasted in her life. So that was very inspirational for me to make this again. So I'm excited to taste that, and thank you, Katrina. I wish y'all could smell my house right now. It smells so amazing. So right now is the time, once your veggies are soft like mine, you want to add your butter. And we're going to melt that down. Oh, that smells so good. And once that's melted down, we're going to add our half and half cream to start the sauce.
Look at me.
Thank you, baby.
Being helpful.
You are. You really are. Somebody give this guy a cookie.
I do like chocolate chip, as long as they're soft.
Our butter is softened and melted down. Going to add our cream. I have it on medium heat, and we're going to let that simmer and thicken up, and if we need to, we may add milk So I'll do that on camera because like I said, I usually don't measure. So I'm literally doing this for you so that way you can follow the recipe accordingly. Alright guys, so this is the consistency that you're looking for. Right now we're going to add our seasonings, and then at the end, you're going to taste and see if you need to adjust, and then at the end you're going to add your crawfish. So first, we're going to start with our Old Bay seasoning, 1 teaspoon. Mix that in. And that has a lot of salt content, so you don't really want to add any salt to this unless, you know, you taste it and you prefer more. But for me, I go for that if I'm gonna want to opt out on the salt. So I'll have all the measurements and ingredients in the description box below. Depending on how much you're making, I'm making this for us, so this is what I'm gonna add. All that goodness. We're going to mix that in. These are already cooked, so you don't need to, you know, cook them too much because then it will turn into rubber and that's gross. You just want to heat them up, and we're gonna mix this well for a minute or two, and then we're gonna add the sauce on top of our chicken.
Can you see me?
Whenever you eat, move the plate back a little bit.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
No.
It's crawfish season, baby. And guess what? I haven't even had any crawfish and it's April. Well, Jen's about to change that. This is how they do it on the YouTubes. Can you see that? Can you see that? Is it good? Now you can't. Whoa. Baby. Those potatoes are absolutely incredible. Chicken is perfectly cooked. Crawfish is crawfishy, especially because you added that crab and crawfish boil. This right here, since you've been doing your videos, honestly, this is my favorite one. It's good. If y'all haven't liked and subscribed to this young lady that's cooking up all this amazing food, someone needs to slap you. That's that Louisiana coming out at me already. Till next time.